Hello and welcome back to the Milkman TCG channel, hosted by Omar, also known as Sebastian,
Oh my
and
god. His name is not Sebastian.
it will be one day.
No, it won't.
Okay,
When
what's your
you're
name?
when
Okay,
you're okay,
let's
no,
not worry
I
about
want
my
to
name.
talk about this.
No, 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 no.
When you're as classy as Ryan Gosling from La La Land, then you can be
Okay,
Seb.
betrayed, but that's fine.
No,
What's your name?
my name is Corey.
Corey. We got Corey on.
My name is
We got Corey over
Jim.
here being a betrayer.
Okay,
But anyways,
whatever.
we got a game between Richard and James. James on the left, and we got Ricardo, Ricky
Christmas
Ricardo,
green.
all hybrid, purple based.
All right.
So we didn't see who's going first, but I'm sure we'll find out pretty soon. It looks like yellow hybrid is going first.
Mhm.
He just passes. Maybe doesn't want to give the green too much memory, or maybe his mulligan didn't give him shit. The Christmas finds Gaussman and plays Boku for three, revealing the top five cards, adding a tamer and a hybrid. I think he had a JP and Beetlemon, I believe. And I think here you play JP or some tamer of some sort. And it's the same thing for both decks right now. They both want to play down tamers, and he goes double Boku. Woo! That's he's popping off.
There we go. There's another tamer,
Yep,
another green card,
hybrid.
hybrid.
So we know now that James is loaded up with tamers and hybrids. Um, uh, he might have just drawn TK, or he might have just wanted to put him at one, so that's why he just passed. But we see a TK come down. Early TK for yellow is really really strong. You pretty much know what is in your security, and you can play the game around your security, especially with all the boosting and that happens in this in yellow hybrid. James responds back with a meme of his own. He's also gonna have memory fixing, so the game is gonna start going pretty fast. Because when you have memory fixtures, it allows you to play more expensive cards. For example, reinforced memory boost. Very strong card. It's at one now, and the yellow player found it. We see another Guilmon in raising, or another Digimon in raising. It's looking like a lot of pressure coming from the left side, from Christmas, and the yellow hybrid deck hasn't really put too much out besides a TK. So we see double JP coming down simply because you got memory fixers. You can play double JP. Yellow hybrid makes the first move on top of his tamer, evolving into a Kazimon, I believe. That's what it's called. It's the Lobomon for yellow. It has no effect besides the fact that it's a hybrid. Evolving into his Jet Sophie and then just passing turn, I'm assuming. He recovers one. Oh no, Galismon, the red card.
Mhm.
It doesn't let you reduce cost, so it's gonna cost three. He goes into his into I believe his metal Kabuterimon. And he evolves for one because of JP, so Boku gains him three memory. Very strong.
Mhm.
Actually gains him three memory. He goes into his metal, no, into his Rhino Kabuterimon, I believe, at level five. When you attack with it, I think you can evolve into an ancient for a lower cost. Same with Guilmon and draw a card. Doesn't hit a tamer. That's always a good sign. You don't want to hit tamers in security, especially with yellow playing TK and Kari.
Mhm.
That's just bad news.
Oh, Kari is broken.
So here he goes into his own what's it called? His own Levelmon version, but it's called Arbormon.
Arbormon.
I would have waited just because yellow does play that purple option card that deletes one card or level five or lower for each hybrid or tamer,
Mhm.
and you could have just waited on the evolution. But with as many security checks as he's gonna get now, it might not matter. He played double Atomic Inferno, boosting up his level five up to I think 14k and three checks. And see that purple option card comes up.
Mhm.
He's most likely gonna kill the Arbormon because it does have the inheritable JP. But that's why you kind of wait because that way you force him to kill the Boku or Galismon. But I don't think it's gonna matter too much here because he has a lot of attacks and memory. He can still just swing with everything else and go a hybrid on top of his
Micro.
Mimi
Oh yeah, yeah.
and just win the game there, anyways. But that's why you want to wait on your evolutions, especially on tamers. The good thing about tamer evolutions is that they're safe from destruction
Mhm.
most of the time. So James is going for blood. He's swinging out. He sees the light at the end of the tunnel,
Oh, and he has
and he
it.
has the second hybrid in hand. I mean, he searched like a bunch with his Bokus,
Yeah.
so he had it for sure.
Mhm.
So that was a pretty quick game one. Christmas takes game one, and we'll see how Yellow responds. Let's see how our beautiful Richard Ricardo, a fan favorite, responds to first time on the channel. I think James,
Mhm.
very good player too. Very cool guy. We went to DigiFest with him in Texas.
Mhm.
Super cool dude. He's one of our regulars at our locals, and it's always fun testing against him because he plays green, like one of the only green players around.
Mhm.
So it gives you some good practice. But now we're gonna go to game two. Um, let's see who's gonna mulligan and who's gonna go first. I believe right now you always want to go second. So we see Christmas mulligan.
Do you think the mulligan messed up the yellow purple player last game?
Maybe sometimes you mulligan into something worse. you know.
Yeah.
And but here we do see yellow opening up with the good tamers. Same thing with Christmas green, but they're not opening up their rookies. They really want to see their rookies early. It's early aggression that comes out for free. But with yellow having two early TK and Karis, you're not going to be seeing much swinging. At least you shouldn't be swinging into them a lot.
Mhm.
And he plays a Boku, reveals TK and Zephyrmon. Great, great, great hit from Pokemon. That means he's not going to be memory choked anymore. And if you ever do want to hit into security and be at a higher security than your opponent, you're going to start at 3 and then gain 4. So he goes into his Beetlemon adding the hybrid, and if he had hit a JP, I think he adds a JP, but he
Mhm.
only hits a hybrid. I think here you just wait, and it really feels bad because they do play mass removal. Yellow plays mass removal, so you really can't just wait, but you kind of have to. He does find the rookie, so he can start setting up like another turn, like last game, where he can kill him in one turn. But with a lot of hybrids, it's going to become a lot harder. Or with a lot of tamers already in play, it will become harder. He's thinking long and hard for his next turn. Here he goes into his Beetlemon, I believe. And then we just double check the effect. It only goes off if you build up on top of a JP. Oh, it's not
That
Beetlemon.
that was a nice catch.
It's Metal Cabuterimon. It suspends I think a 5K or lower or 6K or lower. So yeah, he
Mhm.
taps his Izzy to gain a memory for suspending. And I think James might have just not been paying attention because that's why you play the Izzy for that combo specifically. You
Mhm.
pretty much evolve for free. Especially when you're in this position, you really gotta think what you want to do. It's
Mhm.
very scary.
Yeah.
He's evolving on top of his other. I think Beetlemon says when digivolving, so it's whenever you digivolve, you get to do the effect. He hits, I believe another Metal Kabuterimon. I think they all look the fucking same. Actually, what's up with that? Um, the thing about this right now though, it's very very risky because one purple option card from the yellow player, and that's his whole board gone.
Mhm.
And he already committed a lot of his tamers to this play.
Mhm.
Swings over the Boku and another TK Kari. So right now, yellow is going to be playing with a lot of
Oh
memory.
my gosh.
Yeah, this is just disastrous. This is the worst checks you could have had. Period. even if you didn't have TK carries already set up, it doesn't matter. That's still the worst checks you can get.
Mhm.
Period.
And now he's gonna gain memory, right?
Yeah. So now he's gonna put him to 4, and he's gonna gain 6 memory. So
Oh
he's
my
at
god.
so he's at 10 effectively. So we're gonna go into his Sephiroth boosting his security by 3k when digivolving, I believe. Unless it's on top of Zoe, actually. It might just be on top of Zoe. Evolving into Jet Sophie, recovering 1. And then going to Seraphimon, recovering 1. So now he's back at 5. And that's the purple card I was talking about.
Oh my
It's
god.
gonna wipe the whole board.
Feels so bad.
And that's the thing about yellow. It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. You swung out, and he's still back at all his security.
Yeah.
So I feel like yellow's a wait and see deck. You pretty much just wait, 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 and then have a big play with TK carries. So now since James did hit security again, TK carries active again.
Mhm.
But it's the same thing where if you don't swing, he's gonna pop your whole board.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, what do you do?
Mhm.
Goes into Arbormon. Maybe wants to get another check. Hizaboku survives. So yeah, that does mean Zephyrmon only activates your effect to boost security. If it is on top of a Zoe or another hybrid.
Mhm.
Because that Boku would have killed the Arbormon if it had a boost.
Yeah.
And he hard drops the other the other Arbormon. And because TK Karu, he's just gonna go to a bunch of memory. I think regardless, if you don't regardless of what James does, he's going to 9 every turn anyways. So I might as well play your cards out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Very true.
Because he's gaining 6 from TK and Kari, and he's gaining 3 from his TK at the beginning of the turn. Swings over the Digimon with Seraphimon. Interesting. He has the other TK. Remember we saw him at it.
Mhm.
So he goes into Jet Sophie, recovers 1, and just rinse and repeat. He goes Shine, tapping all his TK and Karis to kill the hybrid, and swings them for a check. Shine is fine. He ain't worried about shit.
Mhm.
Plays the Boku. Top 5. What is he gonna get? Hits the Zoe and hits Kazumon. So the cycle does not stop. I think he just plays a Zoe for turn here. Because why not? You're gonna be at 7 anyways, even if they put you to 1. Oh no, 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 not anymore. That's the same security. Never mind. Place TK. It's gonna take something from his security.
I got another TK.
Another TK. That might be his only yellow card.
Oh, okay, true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah. That's like if TK had one drawback, that's the one drawback. But even in this deck, what he could have done too was just taking a card that wasn't yellow.
Mhm.
So next turn he sets off his TK and Kari again. Because if you don't take a yellow card, you won't recover.
Oh,
That's what I would have done.
true, true.
But maybe he wanted that TK. I don't know. Because right now green has no way of killing you. He only has 1 attack. So he's in a warp on deletion. I think it trashes the top security and it checks the second security. Boom. No, he had more yellow cards then. Oh no. Oh, it doesn't have piercing this time.
Oh,
There's no
okay.
GP. There's no GP there, so it only gets that one check that is trashed on deletion of a Digimon. So gonna go in with Seraphimon. Since it dies on deletion, Seraphimon gains a security.
Mhm.
Boku swings into security. It hits that option card that lets you evolve into an ancient for 4, or from a level 4. But I think yellow just has all the hybrids and all the memory right now, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. So I believe they did go into time, and this they have maybe like 2 minutes to play the next game because there isn't going to be a game 3. I believe they just go with a tie. I'm pretty sure. Great game by both of them.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, that was entertaining.
yeah. Yeah. You can see what yellow does if it hits all its TKs. It just TK carries. It just pops off.
That was so unfortunate
Yeah.
for Christmas.
Yeah. You really can't do much in that situation. And a lot of his Digimon have piercing just because it's a deck.
Mhm.
So it's almost like you can't avoid hitting
Mhm.
security.
Yeah.
Even if you want to clear the board, you kind of have to you know, hit security without wanting to. You kind of have to have a game where you find your rookies early if you're green,
Mhm.
and you put a lot of pressure early. Because that way, you put a lot of pressure into yellow, they have to recover.
Mhm.
So they have to evolve on top of their tamers to recover. So they might evolve on top of their TK and Karis, just to stay in the game. So you can either pressure yellow a lot, or you can set up a turn where you can kill them in one turn. But nothing in between. There's no poking. There's no like. You gotta either hope for the best and swing early, or wait it out and try to kill them in one turn before they kill you in one turn. But yeah, that was the match. Any parting words, Corey?
Mm, no, just it was a fun match. I enjoyed it.
No. Well,
Yeah.
anyways, keep watching. More uploads are coming. I was busy with school, but now I passed my exam, so we're gonna be back to uploading and staying fresh. Okay. Remember, wear your deodorant when you go to big events and even locals. Don't be smelly.
Yeah.
That's your daily advice for today.
Yeah,
Take
that's
it.
really good advice
Yeah,
actually.
it might even be unhelpful advice sometimes. Taking that one from Tiger Belly.
Okay.
But today, shower, bathe,
Lots of deodorant.
deodorant. Make sure it doesn't have any what is it? Silver? Is that silver? What does it have? No, aluminum.
Oh
Make sure it
yeah,
has no aluminum because
aluminum.
that shit will
Yeah,
fuck you up.
it'll like make your shirts all shiny in the armpit
Yeah,
area.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, have a nice day or night or whenever you want to watch my video. But leave a comment and keep watching. Bye.